Jets fans, welcome back to the New York Jets Weekly Roundup, episode 10. Let's get into the news.
Then I ditch a booth, I ain't even right. Hot top Chanel, bitch, dripping right. Young white cell, bitch, we living life. Sleep.
So, this week has been pretty crazy, but really only on Thursday is whenever things started to heat up. But before Thursday, it was just a plain, simple week full of no news at all. But we got some pretty juicy stuff in this video. Really only juicy for one story, and then we have another story. But yeah, quick overview of what's going on today. But now, let's get right into that news. So our first piece of news is about our trainers. So the New York Jets came off of the season. Last season, we had the NFL high with 21 players on injured reserve. We had 21 players on injured reserve. It's probably why we were so bad. Half of our offensive line got hurt. C.J. Mosley, A.B. Williamson got hurt. Quincy Enunwa got hurt. Sam Darnold was hurt for 4 games. So we were pretty bad last year. I think we only had 4 starters who played the entire season. That was Robbie Anderson, Thomas Hennessy, long snapper, Lachlan Edwards maybe, and one other person. But yeah. So the Jets didn't really fire the guy John Melody. So basically, we replaced a longtime trainer, John Melody, after last season was horrible, and we filled the position by staying in-house by promoting former assistant Dave Zeffirlato. He joined the organization in 2006 and works alongside Melody. My source is the ESPN, Rich Cimini, everything. So yeah, he's Melody served under 8 head coaches from Rich Coty to Adam Gase, and he was respected around the organization and the league. But the training staff was put under spotlight after all the injuries last year. Wide receiver Quincy Enunwa suffered a season-ending neck injury in Week 1 last year, and it went from there. Almost every position on both sides of the ball was hit, in particular the offensive line. The New York Jets were forced to start with 11 offensive linemen, which is pretty crazy. No team should be able to do that. I guess the guy just had an off year last year, but trainers, I don't think are supposed to have off years. That was a crazy season last year, and I hope Dave Zeffirlo, I'm just going to call him that, does a better job than Melody. So, yeah. Now let's get into the juicy Jamal Adams stuff. Alright, so the juicy Jamal Adams stuff is pretty juicy. So, as we know, yesterday, I'm recording this on June 19, 2020. You are probably watching this on June 20th, 2020. Or whenever from there. But on June 18th, 2020, Jamal Adams put a statement out about how it's probably time for him to move on, how everyone else is getting paid and he wants to get paid and he doesn't like it. And he requested a trade not shortly, like 2 hours or something after that. And it's pretty crazy. He was trending on Twitter. His name was legit trending. And I just feel like this is all crazy. I don't even think he wants to be a Jet anymore. He doesn't, because he gave out a list of teams that he would be welcome to trade for. Like, these teams he would welcome a trade to and wouldn't even demand a contract from them. So that shows you he doesn't want to be part of the Jets anymore. And the Jets want to resign him, but of the 2020 cap concerns, they might not be players coming in. There might not be fans coming in the stands to bring in revenue. And, your money decides on revenue brought in by fans, which is, crazy, but it is what it is, So, they just were willing to sign him, but just not this year. He also has 2 years left on his rookie contract, and he wants to get paid now. I mean, just because all these other players are getting paid doesn't mean you have to get paid, but he's just getting his emotions coming out of him. He's just letting them control him. He's not that captain that we thought he would be. He's not, the player that players should look up to. And, it's just all pretty crazy. But the teams that he would welcome a trade to and wouldn't demand a contract are the Ravens, which have ties to Joe Douglas, the Cowboys, which obviously has been the front runner for Jamal Adams since the trade deadline, the Texans, which I would definitely want him to go to because Bill O'Brien is horrible at trades, the Chiefs, who don't really have that much cap, but okay, it's probably a dark horse in my opinion. The Eagles, who, okay, just lost Malcolm Jenkins, would be a pretty good spot for them. 49ers, okay, I see why Super Bowl team, want to be on a winning team. Seahawks, another dark horse. But, yeah, now, also teams that I think the Jets should consider because, if, you don't have to do what he wants. The Jets have all the position here. They don't have to trade him. They could trade him. They have, all the position here. They can do whatever they want because Joe Douglas is Jamal Adams' boss. So, yeah, there's that. Now, you would consider the Jaguars only because of Yannick Ngakoue. He's requested a trade. The Jets were in the mix for trading him. Just really couldn't get the right deal. But now that we have Jamal Adams, maybe the Jaguars would be interested in sending Ngakoue and a third-round pick over to us. I would be happy with that. Ngakoue is a fantastic edge rusher who's had 8+ sacks over all of his seasons. He's also 25, so he's on the young side. Detroit maybe too. They have pretty good receivers, which is a good option because the receiving core is still probably our weakest position. They could probably give us someone like Kenny Golladay or Marvin Jones. I would be up for that. Trying to think of anyone else they might have. Really can't think of anyone on the top of my head right now. But yeah, those are two teams not on the list. Now let's see what the Ravens could offer us. Now the Ravens, I think, could offer us Matthew Judon. The Ravens franchise tagged him, and I guess he kind of wants out. It's that franchise tag situation. The Jets also need a strong edge presence with Jordan Jenkins, and having an elite edge rusher such as Ngakoue or Matthew Judon would be amazing. I would expect them to give us a late first or an early second or late second along with Judon. The Cowboys definitely want Michael Gallup in a first-round pick or Michael Gallup in an early second-round pick. Those are kind of what I want for him, unless they just decide to be stupid and give us Zach Martin. That would be amazing. But yeah, Michael Gallup, he's a young receiver who had amazing stats last year. I think was even a Pro Bowl receiver. I would definitely want him on the Jet squad. He would perfect that receiving core because all we really need is an elite receiver, and then our core would be perfection. The Texans, I really think we can get anyone. Bill O'Brien's probably going to give us J.J. Watt for Jamal Adams. Imagine J.J. Watt on the Jets, though. That would be scary. But I really don't know anyone on the Texans maybe that could give us. I can't really think of any players on the top of my head right now. Thinking maybe Will Fuller, but Will Fuller gets injured every other year and it's kind of bad. Brandon Cooks maybe, even though they just acquired him in a trade. But yeah, I can't really think of anyone on the top of my head. Maybe Larry Tunsil. I mean, they did sign him to an extension, so that would be a pretty big cap hit. But on to the Chiefs. They have a great set of options. Imagine getting Tyreek Hill for Jamal Adams. That would be amazing. I just thought of this now. The Falcons, Julio Jones, Calvin Ridley maybe. But no, he's not on the list, but I don't think the Jets are going to give Jamal Adams what he wants because they have all the position here. The Eagles, I could definitely see them giving us someone like Jalen Mills. I really don't want him to go to, I mean, I don't care what he wants to, but I really don't see him going to the Eagles or the Chiefs, to be honest. Because, they really weren't talking about it all in this situation. And if Jamal Adams is going to demand a contract, really, even though it says he wouldn't want to, but even if he would, next year, 2021, the Eagles are going to be $50 million, I think, under the cap. And Jamal Adams just wouldn't be a smart move to resign. The Chiefs also, I'm pretty sure, have $177 in cap space, I think, which is an insane amount for me. But no, that's not a lot of money. What I mean by that is like it would be. I think I might have more money than the Chiefs. Now the 49ers. Sorry about that. I really don't know what they could offer us either. Just traded away Marquise Goodwin. Deebo Samuel is a rookie. I think they should keep on to him. I guess they're also a dark horse. And then the Seahawks, I don't really know what else they could offer us either. Except draft picks. All these teams could give us draft picks, which would be nice. I feel like the top 3 teams would be the top 3 teams on the list: the Ravens, Cowboys, and Texans. Jamal's from Texas, and the Ravens just have Matthew Judon, and Matthew Judon makes a whole lot of sense. And also just Jamal Adams, I'm just kind of mad at him. Supposed to be the team captain of the player, supposed to be the face of the franchise besides Sam, and just demands a trade whenever he knows that they want to sign him, want to make him a Jet for life, but he just doesn't think that. He wants to get paid now, even with the cap concerns and everything. And, he just doesn't want to be in the Jets anymore because he has a list already, and he doesn't want to demand any money or contract as soon as he goes on those teams and is willing to stay on this rookie contract or something. I'm going to need a good top-tier receiver or a Pro Bowl receiver, an elite edge, and some good first-round draft picks for Jamal Adams. So my ideal trade package would be an elite edge in first or second or both, or an elite receiver with a first and second or both. Let me guys know what you think about this whole Jamal Adams situation, and I'm probably not gonna wear his jersey anymore. I mean, I'm probably still gonna wear it, but not in videos, because if he's gonna get traded, well then I gotta get another Jets jersey. I'm probably gonna get a Sam Darnold jersey, but I might get Joe Namath, switch it up a bit, get a retired player. Or I might get Braden Mann, but I don't think he's announced what number he's going to be wearing yet, so that's that too. Mekhi Becton maybe. That would be a good one to get, or Denzel Mims. I just got so many options. But yeah, let's get on to the outro. Thank you guys for watching. If you are returning, welcome back. I love having you here. I'm assuming you already subscribed, so consider liking. And if this is your first time here on the York Jets channel, hope you enjoyed your experience, and maybe consider subscribing or maybe a like. This is a pretty slow week, but it got heated up real quick towards the end. So yeah. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Jets. Peace!